has started her career as a school counselor. She has been an inspiration and true motivator, not only for students, but also for the people from different walks of life and varied age groups through her group counseling and individual counseling sessions to overcome their personal, social, and behavioral issues. Madam has also previously conducted workshops in our university and also PDKV. And in 2022, Madam was selected by Ministry of Education to deliver a talk on nurturing inclusive practices under Shikshak Parva. And on academic front, Madam has completed Masters in Clinical Psychology from Ferguson College, Pune, and Madam has completed PhD in Psychology from Savitribai Phule, Pune University. Apart from career in psychology, Madam is German language expert, and Madam is also a trained graphologist. Thank you, Madam, for giving this opportunity to introduce you. And I over to Ma'am to continue this session on emotional intelligence.
Thank you. Thank you very much for this is a warm introduction. And first of all, I would like to thank you for giving me opportunity to deliver the session on emotional intelligence. So now I'm just sharing the screen. Once the screen is visible, please let me know. Okay, is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, it is visible.
Okay. So very good afternoon to everybody. Now today's session, we are going to have it on strategies to develop emotional intelligence. Now, as we all aware that we all are undergoing a lot of emotions in this past, past 2 years since this pandemic has started. We have experienced, several types of actually emotions. एंड ये जो इमोशंस है इनके साथ क्या करना है कैसे करना है वी ऑल आर कंफ्यूज एट अ टाइम एंड दिस सेशन इज गोइंग टू बी ऑल्सो काइंड ऑफ इंटरactive. It is not going to be something, I'm just going to speak for 2 hours because I'm totally understand your emotions at this moment. At 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 to 5 session is, I know it is 2-hour sessions to attend, is what kind of emotions you would be having in your heart. I can really empathize with you. So taking into all your emotions into concern, your this whole session is going to be kind of fun filled as well as interactive, and you are going to also take some lessons that you can apply in your professional life as well as in your personal life. And that is why I'm going to request all the participants to be more active and also respond in the chat box about the different types of questions we'll be having in the session. And so with this we'll start with the session. I'll just do the full screen now. All of you, just a second. Yeah. Now all of you, we all are human beings which are filled of emotions. हम लोग बहुत emotions से भरे हुए, everywhere, you see that emotions are present. So today's activity will have very interesting activity. I'm going to show you one picture. Okay, मैं आप लोगों को एक कुछ pictures दिखाने वाली हूँ. वो pictures, you all are really aware about it. You know these people very well. You don't have to tell me their names, but you need to see their face and identify the emotion on their face. You can write your answer in the chat box. I'm going to keep my chat box open, and you all have to answer in the chat box about the whichever emotion you are going to see. So let's begin with this very easy and interesting activity, everyone. So here we go. Just a second. Is my screen next slide is visible?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
It is not moving.
No? Okay, just a second. I'll just do minimize and then I'll just show it once again. I'll share one more time. Exactly. Something is wrong with the slideshow. Just give me a second. Now is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So sorry for this technical glitch. Now, all of you, we all know these celebrities, right? So all of you, you need to just observe this picture and tell me what's the expression on the face. You can write your answers in the chat box. So yes, angry. Yes. So you all can see this angry face is there, and let's move to other one. Rage. Yes, I can see some different names also coming up. Okay. Now the next face. Can you identify what's the expression? Shocked. Okay. Okay. What is the more shocked? Okay. So here you can see emotional shocked. If you see the eyes, you can also see another expression, staring, confused. Okay. Right. Tense. Yes, it's going to be like that. That's true. Serious. Correct. So, from this face, you can see range of emotions on the face. Sad. Yes. Correct. Now, next two. Now, here, yes, all of you, can you please name it? Yes. What's the next one? Surprised. Okay. Confused. And there are two emotions into this. Overwhelmed. Yes. Happy. If you see that there is a happiness because of what, you also see happy because of the crying, and there is a medal. Okay. Here, yes. Can we call something, the person is really feeling disgusting or something like that, or shock, kind of surprised? Yes. So these are the different one. Okay. Now next one. Yes. Can you name it? What's this one? Happy. Yes. Simple one. Joy. We can see the joy on the face. Yes. Very easy. Correct. That's true. Correct. Happy. Yes. So this is very simple. Laughing. Now next one. Here. Now what is this one? Sad. Okay. Emotional. Crying. Yes. If we say this sadness, so sad. Okay. Fine. Okay. Disappointed. Yes. Very good, because you can see that disappointed is another helpless. Yes. We can see the shades of sadness here. Emotional. That's true. But yes, different shades we can see from your answers. Yes, that's true. Okay. Now, next one. Here we have. This is our favorite in today's time. Everybody, this is a sensation, today's sensation. Yes. So what's this emotion? Loyalty. Yes. Attitude. Attitude. Okay. What do we call this? Can we call swagger? Okay. Everybody must be really, following this, dance steps. Everyone loved this whole movie. Yes. Swag. Pushpa. Yes. You can, the name everybody knows. Yes. And in that, this tagline, what's the tagline is? That also shows the emotion. What's the tagline? Can anybody write in the chat box? this famous tagline is. So I'm not flower, I am fire. So this tagline is also talking about specific emotion. That is the confidence. There is a maybe inner zeal. Yes. So all these different types of emotions we can see here on the face of Pushpa, and all these different types of emotions we can see. So now, sorry, someone's mic is on. Can you please mute yourself? Yes, thank you. Now, all of you, if you see this, is the font size is okay, all of you, or is it still very small? Yeah. So if you see that emotions are a very important part of our life. Emotions are actually there everywhere. Now when we see some people, we find them like this, very dry. Okay, we don't feel like talking to these people. हमें उन लोगों के सामने बात करना भी अच्छा नहीं लगता. हम लोग उनको बोलते हैं ये पत्थर की तरह लग रहे हैं. We call them like they are like a rock, no emotions, nothing, blank face, and we feel very upset to see such person, and we don't feel like talking to this person only, that is like this. Then we also see the other end. Some people are like this completely like a this braid, you can see that they are completely carried away by their emotion. वो अपने emotions में इतना बहते, they are just they just low in their emotion. हम लोग उनको बोलते हैं ना, ये इतना बंदा कुछ भी होता है तो रोने लगता है. तो simple thing is that we all are like we see these examples around us. Some people are really dry, they don't feel कुछ भी हो जाए, कोई यहाँ रोए, कितना भी गिड़गिड़ाए, they don't feel anything. They just feel like they like rock, simple expression. And the second is this one, completely overwhelmed always with the emotions. And the third category, if we see this, perfect bread. So these people who are having perfect bread kind of emotions, they are emotional. When we see that, like a bread, if you see, bread is very soft, very spongy, but at the same time bread requires certain amount of hardness that is needed. So if we see this, the corners of the bread are very strong, thick. These are the corners of the bread. So these people who are very emotionally intelligent, they are like a perfect bread. Means when they are soft, where they are have to soft, they are soft. जहाँ पे उनको soft रहना है, they are soft. But where they have to be strong and hard, they are hard. And that is why people like it, that texture. Same way, these people who are emotionally intelligent, they are very strong, and at the same time they are soft hearted, and they know how to use this softness and hardness in what place. That is what is the actually emotionally intelligent person. Now always we know this word IQ, that from childhood we have heard about this word IQ. हमारा IQ अच्छा होना चाहिए, ये होना चाहिए, आइंस्टाइन की तरह होना चाहिए IQ. But IQ is not the whole world. मतलब IQ हमारा अच्छा हो जाए is not sufficient to become successful in the world. Actually, there is also one more concept called EQ, that is your emotional quotient. So IQ and EQ, when you are having combination of that two, then you are going to be more and more successful. Now with this, we will understand what is this emotional intelligence. Now, as we have discussed, emotions are present everywhere in every task. We cannot stop any emotions. Emotions are going to be absent in you when you are going to be living this world. It is not like you will be without emotions. कुछ लोग बोलते हैं मुझे कुछ फील ही नहीं होता. They are really actually lying, or they are not aware. So emotions are always there in us. It's the energy. In our mythology, there is one Indian mythology, the concept called Atman is there. That is your pure energy. So emotions is like this pure Atman. It is a pure source of energy. And emotions are not bad or not good. They are just simply energy. Now, the thing is that this energy is required. If the emotions are not present, of course, now I just want to ask you one question here, and everyone can participate and answer in the chat box. When you are not really having any stress, means zero stress jab hota hai, can you perform in exam? When you will you prepare yourself well for exam or not? Now here we have some students who are like, when you are not having stress at all, zero anxiety, do you perform well? No. Yes, I can see most of the people are saying no. Okay, no, everybody is saying no. Why this is, ideally we call it like, हमें stress नहीं होना चाहिए. We take some stress is needed. Aditya Memane is saying yes, some stress is needed. So without stress, if you see that you are having full freedom, nobody is going to pressurize you, but you still are not able to perform well. Why? Some stress is required. So some stress means emotion, that stress, that nervousness is required. And when it is in right quantity, you are really performing your best. But the thing is that when it is excessive, you get overwhelmed, as we know, and we feel blankness in exam, as we say, like, when we get scared. Simple, like from our childhood we have given so many exams, or when we are having extra fear, extra stress, we definitely make lots of mistake and our performance is very poor. But if it's not having any stress, we don't feel like moving ourselves, we don't feel like taking out our book. So that is why emotions are required in every work. So the thing is that what is intelligence then here coming? So emotional intelligence is the ability to recognize your emotions inside you, then ability to see the emotions in others, ability to motivate ourselves, to manage emotions so that they work for you both professionally and personally. Now, that is why this there is a lot of power of emotions. In emotions are like, as we said, it's a source of energy. It's a flow of energy. So these emotions are definitely going to help us to achieve our goals and targets. हमें अगर इमोशन ही नहीं है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल आई वॉन्ट टू, now you all are pursuing here post graduation in your respective subject, you felt like saying this, you felt like doing that, I want to do this course. Somewhere there was a emotion, that is why you have taken an admission and decided to take this course. Now if there is no feeling inside that you have to do it or not, then right now you will not be doing this course. So if you want to do anything, you need that emotion, correct? So sometimes if we see that we don't feel like even eating our favorite food, even though we just say that yeah, it is my favorite one, but I don't feel like eating, there is no inside emotion that is pushing you to do that. So that is what is actually emotional intelligence. So now let's see why it is required. So when I was doing some research, I found a couple of things, what why emotions are important. And really, is there any research? Now all of us here researchers are also there. So is there any research evidence for this or not? Now emotional intelligence, or what is called EQ and IQ, how much they are important in our professional life. Now research says that 20%, okay, is important is IQ. IQ is important 20% to get successful in our life, in professional life. And rest of the 80% success is very much dependent on EQ. So if we see this, this is being done by lots of statistics and lots of research is evidence we have got. Then here in there is also research by Dr. Travis Bradbury. So this research is done in US. So if you see this, again 90% performers, or those who we will call like a very good performer in their profession, those who are very successful in their respective profession, they are having high EQ, and they are also having income which is very much high as compared to people who are having low EQ. So if you see this, your lots of परफॉर्मेंस जहाँ पे भी आप आगे बढ़ना चाहते हो, कोई भी आप फील्ड में चले जाओ, you need somebody that is really important in having EQ. Now I want to again, as I've told that this workshop is not going to be just one way. You all have to be active in the chat box. I really want to ask you one question. When we go, simple thing, when we go for buying vegetable, okay, there is a huge market of vegetables, and if you see that there is one person जो vegetable vendor है, जो हम भाजी वाला जिसको हम बुलाते हैं, that person is always talking to you in a very nice way, saying that आइए प्लीज ले लीजिए, आज अच्छी सब्जी है, आप कैसे हो, very nicely that person is talking to you. And there is another person who will show you attitude, will not even talk to you, will not even consider that you are there at that his or her shop. आप किसके साथ, आप कहाँ से सब्जी लोगे? No, both of them are having good vegetables of equal quality, very nice quality, but आप किससे vegetable लोगे? Person A who is talking to you, attending to you, or the one who is going to just not even recognize that you are there at his shop? The first one, yes, person A, yes, despite of the fact that both are having equal good quality of vegetable, the one who recognizes our existence, right? So now this person A is, yes, of course a person will go to that, absolutely true, who will attend to us, absolutely. हम लोग जब shopping करने जाते, simple thing, these people are not at all have visited any workshops, or not even some of them are not even graduate, but even simple thing, those who don't notice us, they will not हम लोग बोलते रहने दे आपकी सब्जी आपके पास, we will not even go and buy it, even if it is of good quality. So if you see this, why we go to that shop, which is really very important. If we can, this research is evidence is speaking that, because we get attracted towards the person who is attending us, who is actually speaking to us, who is understanding that we have come here, who will going to address us, yes, आइए आंटी जी, आइए भैया, आइए दीदी, they are going to address us, that is what is needed. So that is emotional intelligence. That person is may not be having great percentage in the school, or may have flunked in the exam also, वो exam 10 भी pass नहीं हुए होंगे, but उनका EQ इतना अच्छा है कि everybody will go and get the vegetables from that person. Okay, थोड़ा सा रेट वो ज्यादा भी लगाएगा तो भी हम लोग उससे ही खरीदेंगे, because EQ is high. So if you see that EQ is so important, emotional intelligence, how much you are knowing, your knowledge, your intellectual intelligence, everything is important. It is not like something very bad, but at the same time, who is talking to us in a nice way, attending our emotions, that person is very important. So as I was talking to you about this simple success of vegetable vendor, same goes in professional life when we will be working in various fields. So when we are having high EQ, our professional competence, we can show it to ourselves in, yes, it is going to be the fullest. So potential will be highest when we are able to have a very good EQ, like as we are able to excuse me, there is a mic on, please I request to mute the mic. then using our potential to fullest is going to be, with the person who is having high emotional intelligence. So whenever we are having, aware about our own emotions, we can actually explore ourselves very well, and our talent is of course to the fullest. Now, better crisis management, very important thing. As we know, this is the we have faced this crisis, and in this past 2 years in pandemic was the biggest crisis in our life. All of us have got some kind of impact because of this pandemic. Many of us got infected because of the COVID. Many of us had a major problem on the various sectors, like financial problem. Some of us lost jobs. Students, basically I would say that students are really, face this crisis of attending online classes. Now the thing is that we feel that the attending online classes is very easy, very luxury. It's a luxury some people feel, but it is a very difficult task to listen somebody for hours and learn from online. So when at this position, when we are too much stressed out, when you are so much angry, then we are not going to handle this situation very well. So whatever situation comes, we need to have our what you call is our calm mind and positive attitude, and that we will not be able to do when we are having, no control on our emotions. Then working under pressure, as we see that in our professional life we will have work pressures. So the person who is having good EI, will definitely be able to find a solution in pressurized situation. And उसको जो भी टेंशन दायक सिचुएशन है, स्ट्रेसफुल सिचुएशन है, वो स्ट्रेसफुल सिचुएशन से को वो एक एज अ रबर बैंड की तरह झेल सकता है. रबर बैंड कैन स्ट्रेन एंड स्ट्रेच इट, एंड स्टिल नॉट, वो कट भी नहीं होगा, बट इट कैन रियली हैंडल द स्ट्रेन वेरी वेल. So this person will be like a rubber band, flexible, and at the same time can handle the stress really well. Then positive attitude, of course, if we see that there are some people, हम उनके साथ जब बात करते हैं तो हमें उनसे पॉजिटिविटी मिलती है, एंड कुछ लोग ऐसे होते हैं कि उनकी शक्ल देख के ही हमारा मूड ऑफ हो जाता है. इफ वी सी दैट, so there are some people who are having, lot of positivity, and we keep on talking to those people to get the positivity. So that is what is the person with EI always have a positive attitude. Then definitely when they are having really good control on the emotions, they are able to assess the problems well and take decisions accordingly. And also, of course, as I was talking with the about this vegetable vendor, simple bhaji wala, which we have at the corner, if we see that some of them are very much having a big business. चार पांच जो सब्जी वाले बैठते हैं, बट ओनली एक से ही लोग क्यों लेते हैं उसकी सब्जी, बाकी सब्जी जो मार्केट यार्ड में आती है सेम ही होगी, इतना डिफरेंस नहीं होगा. बट why? Because that is also networking. He has created a personalized relationship with each and every customer, his customer, and that is why he is able to have a good network. So because of the person who is having EI has a good network of the people, then it also improves the teamwork. For example, when we are having understanding of emotion, we can build a team very well. We can and take people along with us, सबको साथ में लेके हम लोग काम कर सकते. There are some people who when they have to work with others, first of all there will be arguments. So forget about teamwork, they will just first of all has to face the arguments. So this teamwork is so important, and that can happen only with good EI. Then avoid conflict with others. As I said, there's some people, they cannot get along with everyone. उनके किसी ना किसी के साथ झगड़े होते ही रहते हैं on small issues. At home, in their professional life, they always keep on fighting with others. So the person that is with the person is low EQ. Now the person who is having high EQ can really, avoid these conflicts. Okay. And overall this person, obviously, we see that everybody loves that person so much that they consider them as a leader. So if we see that in our class, or maybe in all of you in your institute, in your university, some of the students you might be looking up as a leader. Now there are so many students, they might not be really good in academics, maybe they might be having average performance in the academics, but still when it comes to considering them as a leader, you consider that person because of all these qualities that person is having. So if you see that, what is emotional intelligence in simple terminology? Okay, so if we see in simple terminology, emotional intelligence is the clever use of one's emotion. दैट इज वी ऑल हैव द इमोशंस. यहाँ पे जो कोई इमोशनलेस बंदा नहीं है. इमोशनलेस nobody can be there unless until you are not there in this world, because when we are in the world, it's a atman, it's the energy, as we said, prana we call it, right? So that is the emotional intelligence, is the energy or emotions. If we use it in a correct way, in correct quantity, then we, and with the also combination of mind, our brain. So there is a combination that we are using our brain to use our emotions, that is the emotional intelligence. So हमारे emotions को हमें use करना है by using our thought process, our brain. That is emotional intelligence. एंड वेन कुछ लोग जो होते हैं वो इमोशंस में बह जाते हैं, जैसे पहले हमने स्लाइड पे देखा था, they are getting carried away. That is because they are not applying their brain to use the emotion. But some people who are using their brain as well as emotions, they are successful, like this perfect bread. And some people, emotions and intelligence दोनों को अलग अलग रखते हैं. They are like, we call it like a patthar dil kind of person, we call it, in our simple terminology. So that is what is important. Now if we see this, let's move to next slide. Yeah. So there are 4 components of emotional intelligence. Before going to those 4 components, let's understand, as I was talking about, how the people around us. Now, all of you, you can think about, you don't have to tell me right now in the chat box also, or with wherever you are. एक person जो है जो आपको बहुत अच्छा लगता है, you like that person so much in your life. This person can be your family member, your relative, your professional in your professional life, in your college, आपके हॉस्टल में हो सकता है, कहीं भी वो पर्सन हो सकता है जो जिसके साथ आपको बहुत अच्छे से बात करना आपको लगता है, एंड यू फील लाइक टॉकिंग टू दैट पर्सन वेरी वेल. आप, that is what you just have to imagine. Okay, and all of you, when I'm going to discuss about these characteristics, whether these characteristics are matching to that person or not, you have to evaluate in your mind. मतलब वो आपके mind में आपको evaluate करना है. Okay, and at the end I'm going to ask you whether it is matching or not. So, and there is one more person, एक दूसरा person और भी हमारे दिमाग में सोचना है, जिसको we just hate, we don't like talking these persons, we try to avoid these people. Okay, we don't like to really discuss. It's not like we will not work or will not talk. Definitely हम लोग हमारे घर में अगर वो फैमिली मेंबर हो सकता है, रिलेटिव हो सकता है, we have to interact, but from our bottom of heart we don't feel like, as we all know. So are the characteristics with red low EI, are they matching to this person or not? This you need to just evaluate in your mind. Okay, now first we'll see that person with high EI. So the people who are high EI, they are very assertive. Assertive means whenever they are not able to do anything, they simply say no, but they say no in a way that will not hurt anybody, that they will be able to tell it in a way that will not hurt others emotions, but at the same time when to say yes and when to say no, they do understand. They are ambitious, they are strong willed, means they look, as we said, like a bread, they are having also strong side in their mind. They are very decision maker. They are having good decision power. They are warm, sociable. मतलब they are very much talkative. Will not call it talkative, but they get along with others very well. They are having charming personality. They are persuasive. मतलब वो दूसरों को हम बोलते हैं ना बोल बच्चन कभी कभी we call this word. They are persuasive. They will try to they can convince others very well. हम लोग देखते हैं कुछ people they can convince others very well, and we use those people. We definitely go and contact these people if we want to take any help in convincing. Then they are very patient, they are very stable, they will not hyper at all in a situation. They will not really get hyperactive. They are predictable, consistent. They are good listener. सबसे important quality है there will be good listener. Now हमारे ये दुनिया में there are people who are good speakers, but very few people are good listeners. So they are among them. They are very detail oriented. They will keep the details in mind when they will do any work. कोई भी काम करते हैं तो वो बहुत बारीकियां जो होती है कोई भी काम की, they will definitely look into that. They are very careful, systematic in their work, and also neat. And they are also, but few things they are not written here, but like they are able to understand your problems very well. Now I want to ask you, if you have met such person in your life who you like it, are these characteristics some of the 100% they will not match, but are these characteristics matching? Yes or no? You can put it in the chat box. There are some people who you like. Yes, please, you can just put it in the chat box. Yes, I can see. Some of the characteristics must be definitely matching. Yes. Okay. All right. Yes. Most of you, yes. Some characteristics will match. Not whole. Completely it will not match. But yes, some of them will definitely match. Those who we like it. Yes. Definitely. Okay. Fine. Now, as I have asked about the next one, that is low EI. Now, the person who is having low EI, first of all, these people are extremely aggressive, demanding, egoistic, extremely egoistic. Means, unko, unki tarah everywhere they feel that whatever I will say, that should happen. They will not at all consider other person, what they are feeling, what is their emotion. Nothing they will think about it. मुझे जो चाहिए वही होना चाहिए. They are very bossy, confrontational. Confrontational हर चीज में जाके झगड़ेबाजी करना है. They will always keep on doing lots of कुछ ना कुछ हमेशा किसी के साथ they will confront actually. They get easily distracted, selfish, poor listeners, impulsive. They will not at all keep the mind calm. Always whatever मन में आया कर दिया. थोड़ा भी पेशेंस नहीं है. Resistant to change, very important. ये लोग stubborn होते हैं. If you go and tell these people we'll do this way, they will not listen. No, मेरे हिसाब से ही होना चाहिए. Will not change. They're very passive, unresponsive, very slow, stubborn. That is what is thing is that. And critical. They will always criticize others. Very picky, hard to please. मतलब उनको कुछ भी बात समझ में नहीं आती. We have to keep on convincing these people. And last quality, that is really interesting one, perfectionist. Now perfection, like there is no thing like perfection in the world. Perfectionist means they will do anything and call that perfectionist. But perfection नाम की दुनिया में ये चीज है ही नहीं. There is nothing perfect in this world. But it's like हम लोग जब we are going through the desert, there is a we call oasis. We feel like वो है या नहीं. ओके इट्स लाइक एक्चुअली वो नहीं होता है, इट्स अ मिराज. मतलब हम लोग जाते हैं इसमें एक मृगजड़. ओके देयर इज वन वर्ड इन मराठी कॉल्ड मृगजड़. Actually perfection is like that. So perfection is nothing. So now those people who really you don't feel like talking, you don't really like it, are these characteristics matching? Some of them, yes or no? Kindly put it in the chat box. Yes, some of them. Yes, okay, okay. Yes, I can see you are most of you are saying yes. Absolutely true. Yes. Okay. Okay. Uh, yes, I can see. All right. Okay. So if you see that most of you are definitely saying that these characteristics are matching. Vaibhav Jha has raised hand. Anything to say? Okay. So now most of the people are saying yes. So if we see this, these characteristics are definitely with the people who are having low emotional intelligence. Now always we have a question in our mind that can we improve our emotional intelligence? Now when we are born, we are having fixed IQ. हम लोग बोलते हैं कि IQ और जो हमारी बुद्धिमत्ता, we call it, we cannot change it, we cannot change our IQ. But the thing is that we can always change our EQ. हमारा जो EQ होता है, it can be changed, it can be increased. Now the thing is that we are some of us must be thinking, अरे मेरा EQ इतना अच्छा नहीं है, or is there any, you must be questioning, am I really having good EQ or not? You must be wondering or you must be thinking. The thing is that at whatever level you are having, EQ is EQ can be changed, EQ can be increased. That's the good news. Only the thing is that we need to apply proper strategies and take efforts towards that. Now, as we have seen that the thing emotional intelligence is not a single entity. It is made up of four areas. Okay, so four areas are: first is self awareness. Okay, then second is self management, then third is social awareness, then fourth is relationship management. Now if we see that these four areas are making the emotional intelligence as one concept. Now some of us might be, you just when you see yourself here, uh, of course these terminologies we are going to study in detail in coming hour, but I just want all of you to see yourself these four concepts. It is possible that one, you might be good in one or two areas, but another two areas might not be that good, and you need to some work, need to work yourself on that. So it is possible that it's not like all of us are having poor level in all the four areas. Kuch persons might be really good in self management, but when it comes to social awareness and relationship management, they are not that good. Or some of the people are good in self awareness, but they are not good in relationship management. So you just need to see yourself in which area you need to really work on, and you can just keep this in your mind. And when the you will see these areas we'll be discussing in detail in the coming hour, you can see the strategies that are required to uh, develop these areas. So here we will go with the first part, that is our uh, actually about the self awareness. Now this is about one story. I know that this font size is very very small, but I couldn't club this whole story, and I didn't want to increase the number of slides. So I will just tell you the story of Musk deer. Musk deer, you know this deer, it is called Kasturi Mruga. Now this Kasturi Mrug is speciality is there is a scent, okay? It is a one of the expensive scent in the world. This story is said in Indian mythology. Now what is the thing is that there is a musk deer who is always roaming in around, and always for for miles this musk deer is roaming, मतलब वो इतना भागता रहता है. And what is the goal of running this and roaming here is finding out the source from where that fragrance is emerging. जो कस्तूरी मृग होता है, he is that it is able to get the smell, but that is not that animal is not able to understand from where the smell is coming. And practically, this deer loves the smell so much, it likes it, but never finds the source from where the smell is coming. And then it is moving here and there, and ultimately what happens is when this deer gets injured, very it gets injured by with the rock or somewhere. Then from there, that deer is able to understand this scent is not outside, but the scent is inside. So deer is not aware about own scent. Same way, all of us, we are not aware about own emotions. So we are not aware where these emotions are there. So emotions actually, we are not in touch with ourselves. So that is why emotions जो है वो कौन से है कहाँ है, we are not really aware about it, right? So now here is the first step to develop the emotional intelligence, that is the self awareness. This is the first step, okay? It's a foundation of emotional intelligence. कोई भी चीज we should be aware about it. That is the major thing. So many of us are not aware about own emotions, okay? Now I would like to tell you a very common example that we see here. We there is a boy, okay? That boy has taken admission to particular course, and this boy uh, is not able to enjoy the course, and that is why the boy is not attending the classes. That boy is just going here and there but not attending the classes. And everybody is telling him that please attend class, please do assignments, please be serious about your career. And everybody is giving that boy lecture, but still that boy is not able to do it, okay? And still is not attending the classes. And at one point also the thing is that the boy is not even understanding why he is not attending the classes. He is also feeling, and if somebody will ask him why you are not attending the classes, he will say I don't know. Now can you tell me, is the boy is having high awareness of own emotion or low awareness? You can put it in the chat box whether the person is having high awareness or low awareness of own emotion. This person who is not attending classes, yes, Kavya Sri said low, okay, low awareness, okay, yes, low, true. So this is the, yes, low awareness, yes, I can see here. Now the thing is that the boy is having low awareness of the emotions. That is there. That boy is not aware that he is not actually interested in the uh, you know that field. Sometimes it is possible that my friend has taken admission to this course, and just like that way that boy has taken this. But when that boy has experienced this course, and then he's feeling of course bored or may not be liking the course, but that person is not aware of own feelings. And that is why this person who has been very good student from childhood till now and now at professional level, professional postgraduate course, he's showing this attitude of not attending classes or not doing anything, or just having passive attitude because he's not being aware about his own emotion, that he's not liking it. So understanding own emotions is very important, and because our emotions are having impact on our life as well as in the life of other people also. So we need to be aware about our own emotions, its actions. And the thing is that there is one research study was done by one clinical psychologist, and that research study, in that researcher has asked the students, it was done on the students especially, that are you really aware about your emotions? So in the beginning they said yes, we are totally aware. So 90% people said yes, and then they took the different type of assessment in which there was use about how much they are aware about the own emotion. And it was asked later on, it was found that only 40% people were aware about the emotions. Rest of the people were not even aware about their own emotions. Now what we are feeling from inside, are we angry, are we sad, are we nervous, are we jealous, we are not aware about ourselves. The thing is that many of us, when we are not aware about ourselves, it can lead to lots of problems. It can lead to behavioral problems, it can lead to career confusion, it can lead to relationship problems, and definitely mental health issues like depression is also very much frequent in people who are having low self awareness. हमें खुद को ही नहीं पता रहता है हमें क्या हो रहा है, तो हमारा behavior, we can't really see that how we are behaving, we can't really see how we are thinking, and ultimately we definitely lead to some problems in our life. So self awareness of the emotions is very much important. हमें खुद को पहले देखना है कि हम what is happening to us, what's happening to us. uh, the thing is that when we put a shutter, okay, when we are not in touch, हमें खुद को ही नहीं पता है कि हमें गुस्सा आया है. कभी कभी हम लोग we just start fighting with the people, okay, some, and there is no reason to fight out with that person, but still we fight. And the thing is that it is like there is that person must have hurted you in your past, kabhi bhi that person must have said you something hurting, and that anger is there inside you, and you are not even aware about that you are angry. And but the thing is that anger will not go anywhere, it will stay in your mind. But whenever in future when you talk with that person, you will always say some sarcastic remarks, आप उसको टॉन्ट्स मारोगे, आप उसके साथ ना ठीक से बात करोगे, you will not be able to really say anything. So that is what is lack of self awareness, and our interaction will be always strained, and we are thinking अरे झगड़ा करने का कोई मतलब ही नहीं, but why still we are having this fighting when we are not able to do that. So that is the self awareness. So it is very important to become aware of own emotions. Now we have got different types of emotions. Here we have positive emotions and negative emotions. Basically, if you see that, if you open your any dictionary, आप अगर any dictionary open करोगे in any language, you will see lots of words related to emotions. Okay, so you will see even हम लोग काउंट भी नहीं कर सकते इतने इमोशंस रिलेटेड वर्ड्स है. But if we see, we can divide the emotions into basically two categories. Okay, positive emotions and negative emotions. So positive emotions is like hope, pride, empathy, happiness, love, joy, faith. So these are the examples of positive emotions. Of course, there are other positive emotions too. Then negative emotions, as we all know, first is anger, then next is shame, then sadness, guilt, regret, hate, and fear. So these are all negative emotions. So positive emotions and negative emotions, we say that these are the basic two types. Okay. Now I want to Manohar sir, is the poll is created as for the participants? Hello, Manohar sir is there? Am I audible? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
As I have sent you, do you?
Yes.
So can we now conduct a poll now?
Yes, it is flashed on the screen.
Okay, so I'll just give the instructions. Um, and yes, so here, are we going to have 5 minutes break?
After poll, we will take the break, madam.
So 4 o'clock, that is why I've asked. Yeah.
Yes.
So now here you all can see there is a poll. What are the most difficult emotions to handle? Now we can see the answers here on the screen. Now happiness 13%. Difficult to handle. Okay. Interesting. Sadness 16%. Fear 10% difficult to handle. Okay. Disgust 5%. And anger is 68%. Yes. Surprise is for 4%. So if we see that most difficult for us to handle is our anger. हमारा जो गुस्सा है उसको कैसे हैंडल करें, that is very much difficult for us. So I can see that 33 people have participated till now. Okay, so we can have I request everyone to participate in this poll so that we can have some clear picture about it. 35%, 35 people, 46% have participated. Okay, fine. So yeah, 61%. Okay, all right. Now if we see this, it is the most difficult, all of us, if you see that for you, everyone, if we see that most difficult for us to handle is anger and stress, because anger and stress are both are the emotions. uh, if we see negative positive emotions, if we see, it's very easy to handle. Surprise, you can see 5%, and only 4 people are saying that that happiness is difficult to handle, or whatever. But the thing is that there are two categories of emotions as we see that. So out of this, most difficult to handle will come into the category of negative emotions, and positive emotions like faith, joy, love, empathy, happiness, pride, all of these are easy to handle as compared to the negative emotions. Under that, we have got fear, we have got hate, we have got regret, guilt, shame, sadness, and anger. So if we see that this group is a little difficult to handle in our emotions, and the thing is that our balance, okay, there is a our emotional balance that gets disturbed because of this group, that is a negative emotions. And positive emotions, of course they are there, but their major imbalance occurs in us. Okay, our emotional imbalance mainly occur because of this group. So now I really thank all the participants who have participated in this poll and given their opinion. So now we can see share the results, sir. So if you can see here